These days, when it comes to analyzing performance, traditional metrics like 0 to 60 miles per hour and quarter-mile times often only tell part of the story. Sure, the likes of a 2025 Porsche Taycan S can easily pummel a fellow EV sedan such as our year-long review 2024 Hyundai Ioniq 6 SE long range out at the test track. But when it comes to charge times, we recently found during our testing that the Ioniq 6 can more than hang with the Taycan S. It's the type of result that further highlights how impressive Hyundai's E-GMP platform-based EVs continue to be, even when matched against Porsche's recently updated and equally impressive Taycan models. Now that our Ioniq 6 is back at our Los Angeles HQ, we had a chance to subject it to our EV testing regimen, and not only did it outperform just about every other Hyundai Group EV we've tested to date, it's the third fastest charging EV we've ever tested when it comes to cumulative range added after 15 and 30 minutes at a DC fast charger, behind only a 2025 Taycan S. We tested the Taycan S in both its normal and range modes, and are listing the closer normal results. It's not quite a photo finish, but the Ioniq 6 is in the Taycan's ballpark. Here are the results. The differences can be primarily chalked up to the fact that the Taycan S can ingest significantly more average power than the Ioniq 6 when charging from 5 to 80%, 258 kilowatts for the Porsche versus 195 kilowatts in the Hyundai, and 5 to 100%, 124 kilowatts versus 105 kilowatts. With total peak power also handily in favor of the Porsche, 325 kilowatts for the Taycan and 242 kilowatts for the Ioniq 6. It also must be pointed out that the Ioniq 6 is considerably more efficient, 153/127/140 mpge versus 89/85/87 mpge, so each mile of range added requires fewer kilowatt-hour coming through the charger. The numbers are also competitive when looking at baseline 5 to 80 and 5 to 100% charge times. The Ioniq 6 matches the Taycan to 80% at 19 minutes, and the Electron streak into its 77.4 kilowatt-hour battery pack some 6 minutes quicker to 100% at 45 minutes versus 51 minutes for the Porsche and its 97.0 kilowatt-hour battery pack. Note that the Taycan has a lot more battery to fill than the Ioniq 6 does. When it comes to our signature Motor Trend 70 miles per hour road trip range test, however, the Porsche simply took the Ioniq 6 out to the woodshed, sort of like they'd do if both cars were pitted against each other in a quarter-mile drag race. At an official EPA combined range of 361 miles, the Ioniq 6 managed 292 miles in our test that runs a car at a steady highway route from 100 to 5% charge. That's 19% off the EPA number and slightly worse than our overall average. It's a good number for its $43,000 price, however, and it's important to note that we don't expect our test to match the EPA's numbers. Our real-world numbers have also normally been far lower. Interestingly, we tested our year-long car with about 11,400 miles on the odometer, and the number we recorded was virtually the same as a new, mechanically identical 2023 Ioniq 6 we previously range tested, which speaks to the consistency of both our test and the Ioniq SX's battery life to date. It was a far different story for the 2025 Taycan S, which recorded better range test numbers than its official government estimate of 295 miles. In its default drive mode, the Taycan cleared 302 miles, and it cleared 314 miles in efficiency maximizing range mode. The Taycan is among the few vehicles we've tested that have bettered the EPA's numbers. The Ioniq 6 does hold one other edge over its fellow EV sedan, with a slightly better drag coefficient, 0.21 versus 0.22, numbers that help both models with overall efficiency. As our testing continues to make clear, nothing is certain, and everything is constantly changing with the charging, performance, and efficiency of EVs that often leads to surprising results, as these numbers illustrate.